name's Susan McDonald, and I own and operate with my husband JTW Natural Health Guidance Center. And this all came about back in 2002 when I was diagnosed with terminal cancer in December. I had stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it was in my stomach and my thymus and my upper and lower diaphragm in my lymph system, and my bone marrow was impaired. And they offered me chemo, even though they told me that there was nothing that they could do. And I guess from past things in my life, I just said, no, I'm not going to do that. And I went home and I started searching. My whole family has learned from it and gotten well from it. And I started doing workshops to help other people once I realized this was possible. And then what I got from the people at workshops was it wasn't enough information. And so that's where the book came from. Back in 2005, I opened up a center in the basement of my home. And I started with 1 room, and that expanded to 2, and then to 3, and then to the whole basement. And my husband, in 2007, was looking to change careers, and I needed some help, and so he left his job and came to work with me as well, and he's become a licensed practitioner as well. And he does something called Body Talk, and I'm a natural therapist and a detoxification specialist, and I work with people with personal protocols to get well from all disease.
My name is Ann Smith. I'm from Fredericton, New Brunswick, and I'm here because I had cancer, and Susan has been helping me to cure that cancer. In March, the oncologist in Fredericton told me I had 6 months to live. That was completely unacceptable to me.
I'm Susan's miracle.
I'm my miracle, but you're your own miracle. So what we do here at the center is bring hope. We bring hope because you actually can get better. And what's happening to you isn't old age. What's happening to you is the fact that your body has got too many toxins. It's accumulated, and your symptomology for you is different than somebody else. And so you need to look at getting the toxins out and getting well naturally. And while you're doing that, there's other wonderful practitioners in this building too that can help to resolve some other issues.
I'm Gretchen Smith, and I have a healing studio here in JTW Natural Health and Guidance Center, and I offer Reiki, and I offer Way of the Heart healing sessions, and also creative healing sessions. I've been doing Reiki since 1996, and I love it because it is so non-invasive, sort of peaceful, gentle, and it is a hands-on healing art, which helps to balance the energy fields around the body. And what I love about it also is that when you're working with someone, you're not diagnosing, you're not trying to figure out what's going on. There's an inherent trust with Reiki, trust in the mystery and the magnificence of the human body, and that it's going to go, the healing will go where it needs to go in the body, whether that's the mental, emotional, physical, spiritual fields around the body.
Because the body has the ability to heal itself, and that's the #1 thing I learned. And so what we do here at the center, we actually help people and guide them and give them knowledge to figure out where they've gotten off balance and to help them to come back.
Permission's a priority. My name is James McDonald. I'm a natural therapist, also a certified Body Talk practitioner.
Jim works on the organs to link them together so that they function the way they're supposed to. He holds onto my arm and asks for biofeedback. It's called a muscle response, to a yes or no questions, and literally asks my body what it needs to have done.
And we ask the body what's priorities of the body to be fixed today.
I think the first session there was a problem with blood flow on this part of my brain, and after about 2 or 3 days after the treatment is when I slept. I fell asleep at like 6:30 in the morning and never woke up until somebody rang my doorbell, which is very unusual for me.
We could do a full circle so that we could take a client and we could work with them, and we could actually work with all the practitioners in the building, and we would help that client be guided to wellness.
Live blood analysis is a way of pointing you towards the right direction you need to go. It's to see where you're going now, to what road you're following, nutritional wise and health wise.
So I came in April, and the first time a year ago, and Jim did the first set of blood work, and my goodness, it was bad. It was just ghosts. It didn't show up what my blood really was supposed to be at all. And I continue to work with Susan and all of Susan's staff, and they've led me in the right direction of what I should be doing. Then we did it again about 6 months later, and oh my goodness, what a change. It showed up dark, they were moving, and it was just a complete turnaround. And they're still working with me. I have regular foot baths. I was coming once a week, but now I come every 2 weeks.
The foot bath, it works using negative and positive ions, and what that does, your plastic array, it goes into the water, and there's sea salt in the bottom of the water, and what that does, it acts as a conductor, and that helps split the oxygen and the hydrogen in the water, which allows oxygen to go up into through the pores of your feet, which are the largest pores on your body. That's why we use the feet, and they go in and they attach themselves to toxins and stuff like that. And so that's a negative ion. That's what goes in, it attaches itself. So then we have the positive ions. What those do is those suck the toxins out through the pores of your feet. It acts as a magnet. So once it hits positive, all the toxins that are attached, they'll be taken out through the foot bath.
But each person is so different, and each person is so unique. And that's why you have to look at the whole person. You have to look at the spirit, mind, and body.
My name is Madhuchanda Larak, and my nickname is Googie. I'm a registered massage therapist. I'm working on my client, and she has a lot of problems with her leg. Basically, I'm doing Swedish massage on her today and not addressing the lymph problem because of the pain issue around the head of her femur. She's had trouble sleeping last night and for many nights before, and this kind of massage where I go from the origin of the muscle to the insertion of the muscle, all her leg muscles, it seems to helps her to walk, and is doing her a lot of good. I had a very good coach who taught me to feel with my fingers. So now a lot of the time I massage, I don't need to look, I can feel the muscles, and that's how I massage.
The lessons on my journey to wellness was to live my life by my heart, not my head.
You need to look at alternative, because your mind, body, spirit works together. It's not just physical alone, or nutritionally or whatever. It's like a whole picture.
I hope to eliminate all of my medicines, because as most people know, when you're on medicine, it's like being in jail. You're tied to the schedule of when you got to take your medicines.
On March the 12th last year, I was given 6 months to live, but I have to tell you that when my 6 months were up, I played beach volleyball all day, and I'll soon have a year in, and I'm perfectly healthy.
There was no circulation in my legs, my feet, and I went to see the surgeon. He wanted to amputate my leg and said, amputate one leg, and then down the road, within a month or two, we'll amputate the other leg. And I just said, no way. So I'm not going to have it done. And Susan says she could help me. It has a pulse now right down to my ankle. And before it didn't have no pulse at all. She checked the pulse here a week ago and the pulse right down to my ankle.